I pulled that face off, and beneath it was a reptile.
Whoa. This guy, doesn't even look real.
This little tooth that sticks out here.
Fans claim they saw Justin Bieber turn into a giant reptile.
In simple terms, there is a predator race.
Just to be clear, there's no evidence that an alien race of 12 feet tall, blood-drinking reptilian humanoids secretly controls the world.
Are the allegations true that you're secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no.
Still, this conspiracy theory is driving some people to murder.
Their father confessing to authorities that he killed them. He believed his children possessed serpent DNA.
911, where's your emergency?
He grabbed me and he told me, you press this trigger. Oh my God! He's dead! He's dead!
A lot of conspiracy theories claim there's some secret, shadowy force clandestinely controlling world events. But who exactly is pulling the strings? The Freemasons? The Illuminati? To a small but vocal group, the culprits are lizards, extraterrestrial, iguana-like creatures that eat people.
They're feeding off humanity. They've turned humanity into a slave race. They demand human sacrifice.
One small 2013 survey estimated around 4% of Americans believe the Earth is ruled by evil reptilians. And if you've personally never seen any lizard people walking around, well, that's because, as the theory goes, these aliens are shapeshifters.
The Queen and Prince Philip are not human. They shapeshift from human form into lizard form.
According to believers, most prominent politicians, business people, and celebrities are secretly reptiles.
So the core tenets of the reptile alien conspiracy theory are that a group of lizard-like humanoid aliens, often said to be from the planet Alpha Draconis, came to Earth in ancient times and have either intermarried with humans or simply taken human form in order to pose as our leaders and take control of the human race. And if we step out of line, they murder us.
That's how much Bill Gates is a reptilian. He was just shape-shifting, growing a big-ass long tail.
And online, lizard hunters scour images of famous people looking for moments when they accidentally drop their human disguises.
These two bottom teeth remind me of snake teeth.
Look at how the face, lays on the head. What? This shit looks like, whoa, what the
See the neck? See the ridges, the bone comes all the way across, stops here.
Sherry Schreiner was one of the most popular online reptile sleuths.
Just a poor woman who lives in the backwoods of Ohio. I'm trying to save mankind, kill off the aliens.
But Schreiner didn't just analyze celebrity faces. She was also a prophet of doom, an apocalyptic preacher spreading the reptile gospel to an audience of tens of thousands through platforms like Facebook and YouTube.
Look at YouTube, type in reptilian humans or reptilian shapeshifters or cloned humans. This is stuff I've been hammering about for over a decade.
According to her, not only were actors and world leaders secret serpents, but most humans, including your own friends and family, could not be trusted.
Most of the people we're looking at are fakes. Out of every 4 humans, only 1 is real, has real human DNA.
She demanded money and devotion from her followers. And eventually, Schreiner began to face allegations that she was running a cult. Maybe the first sign that something was wrong was the death of Kelly Pengilly in 2012. The 22-year-old died of an apparent suicide, seeming to believe her demise would somehow aid Schreiner's cosmic war against evil. Pengilly's loved ones blamed Schreiner for their loss.
I think Sherry Schreiner is a predator and like the epitome of evil.
Things would really come to a head 5 years later in 2017, when one of Schreiner's followers killed another.
911, where's your emergency?
He grabbed me and he told me, you press this trigger. Oh my God! He's dead! He's dead!
The woman convicted of what some called a cult murder is sentenced in Monroe County today.
I mean, it's crazy that they're saying this stuff about me. Reptilian man killer.
It all started when Schreiner turned on Barbara Rogers, a follower.
She started calling me a reptile. She started attacking me because I wasn't worshiping her the way everybody else was. That's what she wanted, was worship.
This created a rift between Rogers and boyfriend Stephen Mineo, a major devotee of Shriners.
Sherry Shriner really fucked my head up. I've been supporting her for 14 years. I had suicidal thoughts. I felt like killing myself over this.
On July 15, 2017, Rogers killed Mineo with his own gun.
He took the gun and started putting it into my hand. He goes, "Here, take it, point it at me. Point it." He just starts grabbing it, saying, he put it in my hand and he goes, "Point it at me and shoot it right now."
Rogers claimed Mineo wanted to kill himself and had dragged her into his suicidal moment. She was convicted of third-degree murder and sentenced to 15 to 40 years in prison. But there was little accountability for Sherry Shriner, the couple's online prophet. She died of a heart attack in 2018, still claiming Rogers was a reptile or a clone. This was far from the only case of violence involving conspiracy theories about alligator men. Take Isaiah Gentry, an Arizona teen who stabbed his dad in 2020.
Police say Gentry told them he tried to kill his father because a, quote, shape-shifting reptile had taken over.
Or Bucky Wolf, who in 2019 claimed God told him his brother was turning into a lizard.
A 26-year-old Seattle man is in jail after prosecutors say he killed his brother Sunday night, stabbing him in the head with a sword.
Or Anthony Quinn Warner, who in 2020 set off a bomb in Nashville, Tennessee on Christmas Day, killing himself and injuring 8 others. Days before the bombing, he'd sent packages and letters to friends explaining his belief in lizard conspiracy theories.
Warner wrote, "They put a switch into the human brain so they could walk among us and appear human."
And if you are a person who is prone to violence, who's prone to conspiracy theories, you're going to look at this reptile elite as part of the New World Order, part of the deep state that is controlling you, that's keeping you down, and you're going to fight back against it. So what you have in these killings are people who feel like they're genuinely fighting for humanity. They're protecting themselves, protecting their families by taking action against these lizard aliens.
The first lizard conspiracy death was probably the 1999 murder of Girlie Chu Hasenkopf, a New Mexico bank teller.
To this day, her body has not been found.
Her estranged husband, Diesen Hasenkopf, and his new girlfriend were actually pro-reptilian, allegedly believing they'd be rewarded if they helped the aliens enslave humanity. Part of proving they were worthy involved killing Girlie Chu.
When you decide you're going to commit murder, you decide that you're going to trade your life for theirs. I did that.
The two killers, who were sentenced to life in prison, met at a David Icke conference.
And he is going to go down in history as a legend, David Icke!
Thank you.
Icke, a former sports announcer from the UK, is the granddaddy of today's reptilian lore. After declaring himself the son of God on television in 1991, Icke became a prolific writer on conspiracy theories and otherworldly topics.
They demand human sacrifice. That's where Satanism comes in.
He introduced his version of the reptilian conspiracy in the 90s.
This extraterrestrial race interbred with humanity, creating hybrid bloodlines.
Icke's critics have pointed out that much of his reptilian vision seems to be plagiarized from the 1983 miniseries V.
The visitors were lying. They were not like us. They were not our friends.
Not to mention, Icke's version seemed to just put a scaly new skin on one of the oldest conspiracy theories out there.
Hello, this is Loki, and I'm here to present to you a paper entitled Jewish Reptilians.
Think about it. A foreign threat, hidden among the populace, drinking human blood and controlling the media. Sound familiar?
While the idea of lizard humanoids is not inherently anti-Semitic, all of the tropes that it uses are the same ones often used by conspiracy theories that posit Jewish power at the very top of the global elite.
So it's probably not surprising these theories started bleeding into right-wing communities and showing up at the outer fringes of the QAnon movement.
Both the cabal or the deep state that's posited by QAnon and the reptile elite of the lizard conspiracy theory, they have the same function. They control everything, they're hiding in plain sight, they're doing terrible things, particularly to children. So it is absolutely no surprise when a Q believer will have already believed in the lizard people conspiracy when they find Q, or they find Q and then they find the lizard people conspiracy.
One of the most tragic cases of QAnon and reptilians colliding is that of a California man named Matthew Coleman.
A surf school owner with ties to San Diego is accused of murdering his 2 toddlers.
He believed his children possessed serpent DNA.
Police say he admits killing the children and hiding their bodies in Mexico.
On August 9th, 2021, Matthew Coleman killed his 2-year-old son, Kaleo, and 10-month-old daughter, Roxy, with a spearfishing gun. He and his wife, Abby, had been researching QAnon conspiracy theories online together.
Coleman allegedly told authorities he was receiving visions and signs revealing that his wife possessed serpent DNA and had passed it on to his children.
After his arrest, he told FBI agents he'd killed them to save the world. He'd first learned about reptilians from David Icke's Twitter account.
So these influencers, they know that they are appealing to people who are unbalanced, people who are angry, people who are armed in many cases, and looking for a target for their rage. So they do bear responsibility, and they do bear accountability.
The reptilian narrative is alluring because it offers an explanation for the suffering in this world. Rather than facing man's own capacity for evil, for some people, it might be simpler to believe our problems are caused by literal monsters. The truth is that lizard people can't hurt you or your loved ones, but believing in lizard people definitely can.